Hello everyone, today we are diving into another important concept for React developers, which is keeping your components pure. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced developer, understanding pure components will make your React apps more predictable and easier to debug. So first of all, I wanted to clarify what I mean by pure components. So in the context of React, a component is considered pure if one always return the same output for the same input, and two does not cause side effects. I like to think pure component as being like a math formula. For example, if you add two numbers together, you will always get the same result no matter how many times you do the sum. So if you have a pure component, it will always render the same output for the same for the same input that you give it. So let me show you guys an example of an impure component here. So this component should render me something like 2 cup for gas 1, gas 2, gas 3, and so on, but this is not happening, even adding just 1 to our gas variable. So you must be wondering why this is happening. Even adding just 1 to our gas variable here. So we should have something like 2 cup for gas 1, 2, 3 inside 2, 4, and 6. But actually this is happening because we are using a React feature called strict mode. And when we are using this strict mode, React will rendering twice our components to help us find out these kind of components that break these rules. So this error is happening actually because we are using this variable here that was instantiated outside of our component. So this is the first rule that you have to follow to maintain your component pure. You never can use or you never can change, modify variables that was instantiated outside your component. Now I'm going to show you guys how to avoid this kind of situation and make this component pure, okay? So first of all, we are going to delete this variable. We're not going to use this variable anymore. And here we can just return our guest. We can create this variable here, guest. Here we can create cups. Let me create an array of cups, and we can do a loop here. I'm going to use a for. Says 6. Yes. Here we're going to return. We're going to add inside of our cups our components. Pass here guest 1. Cups, and here we can return our cups. And now we are not using anymore any variable outside of our function here, and we have the right behavior for our application, okay? So to summarize, you should avoid manipulate variables that are instantiated outside your component. Okay, so this is the rule number 1 to maintain your component pure. And there's another rule that I want to present to you guys. The rule number 2, you should avoid manipulate directly the DOM elements. Okay, so in this case here we have an example about what you have to avoid to do. Okay, so instead doing this, you can delete these lines here, we can create another variable. Let's call it class name. And depends on the hours, we are going to set some value to this class name, like class name equal day. Class name equal night. And here inside our HTML element, we can remove actually this ID, and we're going to set our class here. Okay, so let me change this here to see our result. So to summarize, rule number 1, you should not change variables that are instantiated outside your component, and rule number 2, you should avoid manipulate directly DOM elements. So these rules are to guarantee that your component is pure. So always remember, guys, keeping components pure make your code cleaner, easier to debug, and more reusable. Okay, it's a simple practice that helps a lot in React development. Thank you for watching this video. If you have some questions, you can put it below on the comment section, and see you next video.